The girl was being teased by a male classmate on the street. She instantly countered with a spinning back kick, but she accidentally kicked Daigo, the popular school heartthrob. While everyone gasped and scolded her, Kojime didn't care at all about who she just kicked. Daigo on the other hand laughed after getting kicked. He hadn't met a girl with that kind of attitude in a long time. After asking around, Daigo learned that Kojime grew up in a single-parent family. Because she grew up without a father, she developed a distant and isolated personality. With her long skirt and quiet nature, she was often mocked for being someone who'd never get a boyfriend. But even when classmates provoked her, Kojime never reacted, because throughout her entire life, she never even had a friend. So when Daigo approached her to say hello, she acted very cold. What she didn't expect was that Daigo would confess to her after school, but Kojime stayed calm. To her, it was just something Daigo did on a whim. They lived in completely different worlds, but Daigo was unusually persistent. He approached her again and asked to exchange phone numbers, but she rejected him again, so he just forced his own number into her hand, telling her she could call anytime. After that, Daigo kept paying attention to Kojime. Seeing that she never contacted him, he confronted her and asked why she didn't call. Kojime simply replied, "Friends are just people who pretend to care, but they leave the moment things go bad." Her words made Daigo fall silent. He thought their relationship would freeze right there, until something unexpected changed everything. One night after her part-time job, Kojime noticed a creepy older man following her. He was a regular at the bakery where she worked, and he always watched her from a distance. That terrified Kojime. She hid inside a convenience store, calling her mom over and over, but no one picked up. Then she remembered Daigo's number. At that time, Daigo was hanging out with friends at karaoke. His phone suddenly rang. When he heard she was in danger, he rushed to the convenience store immediately. After seeing Kojime and hearing what happened, he stayed surprisingly calm. He walked to the counter, bought an ice cream, then wrapped his arm around her shoulder, and walked out of the store with her. The stalker immediately stepped forward and asked who Daigo was. Before Kojime could say anything, Daigo proved their relationship through his actions. The stalker backed off and disappeared, but Kojime stood frozen with a red face. That's when Daigo realized it might have been her first kiss. He quickly apologized, explaining he only did it to scare the stalker away. Kojime didn't want to talk about it. She just thanked Daigo quietly. Daigo then walked her home to make sure she was safe. After that incident, Kojime no longer shut Daigo out. The next day, Daigo's friend Mami heard about it. She approached Kojime and asked to be friends. Kojime didn't refuse, but after talking with Mami, Kojime learned that Daigo had kissed not just her, but also Mami and many other girls in class. Only then did she realize she wasn't anything special to Daigo.